Hey everybody, Rob here.
Hey guys.
Happy to be with you. Justin and I work together. You've seen Justin before on the show. We're going to change things around here a little bit and plan things out a little bit ahead of time and maybe move to a weekly schedule here. This feels a lot better, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's a must, but I'm saying that we should get a leather couch. Hey everybody, I'm Rob Booker. This is Justin who works together with me. This is Trading by Faith. I love being here with you and super excited for some brand new stuff to come. We've had some really cool recent events here at the old company, and I think it's going to benefit everybody that's watching, and we're really grateful for each of you. And so something that's been on my mind, I'm not going to put him on the spot and quiz him, although I am going to put him on the spot and quiz Justin. No. So something that's been on my mind for a while, and I've mentioned it on here, is that the economy's good.
Right.
Times are good right now. People are feeling, not everyone, but a lot of people are feeling like things are going well. I checked my options that I was trading this morning. You know how sometimes I'll sit over there and I'll just trade some options and I won't think about it?
Right on your phone, yeah.
And a message popped up and it said, hey, your option on oil is going to expire today. And I haven't looked at it for 30 days. And it was twice as profitable yesterday as it was today.
Oh, wow.
Because it says dollar change from yesterday to today. It's like I lost money because I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, wow.
But it's like almost in today's, like things seem easier than they were maybe 10 years ago and when the whole financial industry was in crisis. And so it gets real easy. And something that's been on my mind is that the rain falls on the just and the unjust alike.
Oh, yes.
But the good times don't always fall on everyone the same way. Like,
right.
It doesn't always feel like, hey, times are great. And someone, you might be watching, and you're like, well, they're not great for me. Like, it doesn't seem like it works that way. But it does work the opposite way when things get tough and when the economy, which inevitably things go wrong, it's a problem for everyone. So I think it's in Matthew chapter 5. This is where I was going to quiz you, that the rain falls on the just and the unjust. And I thought it was Matthew 5. Well, anyway, we can just talk about it regardless. So, when times are tough, Justin, they're tough for everybody. They're tough for me. They're tough for you. They're tough for you. What do we do about that? Like, how does somebody, a believer, I don't know, what do you refer to your fellow brothers and sisters in faith as?
Believers.
Okay,
yeah.
So, yeah. How does somebody like that cope with the fact that it's inevitable? I don't know when it's coming. It's coming in 12 months. Just kidding. No, I don't know when it's coming. But it's going to get tough again. Like, the stock market's going to crash.
Right.
Apple's going to release a phone that explodes, or Uber's going to go bankrupt right after its IPO or some crazy thing like that. How does someone that we care about on the other side of this camera deal with that? I mean, what are some...
Well, I think with me personally, I have people that I go to. I have like my mentor, a really good friend of mine. When life gets tough, I call him up, and it's like...
You can just say my name.
Yeah, no. Rob Booker.
Just kidding. No.
You know, and I think a good mentor is somebody who is available all the time.
Oh, yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning, he'll answer the phone. Hey, I need to talk. Okay, and they talk. Even regardless what they have going on in their life, say they have to wake up at 4:30 to go to work. Hey, I'm here for you. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to be there. So, personally, I think a good mentor. It's actually funny because this morning my wife and I were getting into it about something. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go take a shower, and I feel like that in my shower I can just release all my negativity.
Yeah, right.
It's like my private time where it's just like, it's just me, the shower, and the neighbors, because we live in a duplex. But then there's God, and I can just be like, God, and I just visualize all my negativity just going out with the water and down the drain. And so I think that, and just finding your hope, finding your peace, and your joy, even in bad times, there's always that small little thing. Well, at least I'm not 6 feet under, or at least I have a house over my head, or even whatever it may be. I think finding the positive in the rough.
I really like that. Having someone that you can depend on, a rock, a mentor.
Yep.
Then finding a way to release
Right.
that negativity. This is not a trick. This is a trick question.
Okay.
So there's this great quote. It's one of my favorites, and it's my yoke is easy and my burden is light. Cast your burden. You're like,
Yep.
do you believe that?
I really
Is that
do.
true?
I think that because we come stressed out, and we sometimes think that God can't handle our problems.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna do it on my own. I'm gonna fix it on my own. I'm gonna do whatever I need to do to fix it on my own, and it never goes out the way. Like it'll go out the way we want it planned, and then you're just back into it. And God's like, hey, if you just come to me, let me handle it. Just sit down, sit on my couch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go take care of it. I'll be back, and
Yeah.
He'll go handle it. And I think that's how it is. But we want it done now, and that's the problem. Like it's not
Yeah.
our time's not His time, and so if we would just sit back
Part
and
of
say,
handing something over to be done correctly
yeah,
is not micromanaging the
Exa-
way that he does it.
exactly.
Like, yeah.
So I think that's what it. I really
Can't give
think
him a
this-
deadline on it.
No, hey, well, I did watch a video one time where a guy was like, "Hey, my buddies, they're in a group praying, and the guys, the preacher, pastor, lead prayer, whatever he was called, he's like, hey God, we have a guy down the hallway. They say he's gonna die in 4 hours. Can you do something?" And like believing that he's gonna be healed, and the guy lived, but kind of like I kind of like testing God. I kind of like putting that like the test out there. Like, hey, I got my bills are due on the 1st. My bank account doesn't say that they can cover. Just random
Yeah, right.
small stuff like that. I was like, hey God, I know you take care of it, but I got like 3 days.
Yeah, right.
Can you work with me? So, but I really do think his yoke is really easy, and he'll take care of it if you just have to believe that he'll take care of it.
Yeah, that's my thought in this whole process is that financially life could get a lot more difficult. It could get a lot better. It doesn't have to be difficult. But then other areas of our lives can get more difficult.
Right.
And it's the only way out of that. There's like only one real way out of all of that. Ever. Like there isn't some formula for success that you can read in a self-help book that's going to cover all of the instances or all the kinds of difficulty. But I love that idea that when things are difficult for me, or when they become difficult and when the markets crash and everybody's running around with their head on fire, that it's easy to forget in those moments of panic. But I think for me, it has been, I can't handle this by myself. And I love the answer. The answer to me always is, well, you never had to.
Right.
You were never on your own. And so, but you have to ask me.
Exactly.
Like I sometimes feel I don't even have to ask. I feel like it's like that much greatness, but I do feel like it's better when you ask. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and it shall be opened unto you.
Right.
It's like a real thing. It's like it's not just a quote flying out there that was translated by a bunch of monks by candlelight in the Middle Ages. Like this is like a real thing,
Right.
where you ask and then you let go. And if you're holding on to it, it's the same thing. Like if you tell your kid, "Can you take out the trash?" and then you're hanging on to the trash bag, and
Exactly.
they're going to trip and fall, and the trash is going to fall everywhere. It's like you got to let this get taken care of, and as difficult as that is, I think the time is coming where this isn't an option, and if you forget this stuff that's really basic when times are good, and if you aren't in the habit of, if you're not in a good place before it happens, it's real problematic at the
Yeah.
last minute,
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I've been a real jerk to my family and been dishonest with other people and not treated people well, but I really need your help.
It's like the snowball effect.
I don't feel like I ever deserve it, and I still get the help. I just feel like
Exactly.
the one constant is trusting that he's there and believing that it's possible,
Right.
and letting go, like not trying to be in charge of everything, not micromanaging my whole existence.
Right.
Anyway, that's been on my mind lately. I guess, maybe it is time for the financial markets to have a giant problem. And maybe that is the case. And I am financially doing things to prepare for that. But whether it happens tomorrow or it happens 12 months from now or 24 months from now, it's going to happen. And the rest of the world's going to be out there with their head on fire. No question. Anyway, love you all. God bless you, each and every one of you. And thanks for watching. Thanks for doing this together.
Yeah,
We've never done
fun.
this before. Like,
No, it was interesting.
We got to do this more often. And we'll see you next week. So we won't be back until next week. But we'll send out some emails and let you know how we're doing. And we always want to hear from you and know how you're doing. Bye for now, everybody.
Bye, y'all. Have a good day.